I never imagined that the person who has influenced me to start my self improvement journey would end up disappearing from my life for good. 4 years ago, when I first started or like got into self improvement, I didn't really know what it was. You know, I discovered it because I had a friend, right? He and I, we both grew up together. We've known each other since we were babies. We grew up in the same apartment. We went to the same high school, college, whatever. And we basically did everything together, bro. Like we smoked weed together. We both started doing dumb shit together. And it's like we're basically brothers for life. And so one day he was cutting my hair because he used to give me haircuts before I moved out to Texas. He'd give me free haircuts every month just because he was trying to get into like a barber school, just get becoming a better barber, practicing his skills. And so he gave me a haircut, and I had to take my shirt off because I had a whole bunch of hair on my shirt that I needed to get rid of. I took my shirt off, and he said, "Bro, I gotta be real with you. You're fat as fuck, and you need to start hitting the gym." And I really appreciate him for saying that because there wasn't really anybody who would be that real and authentic with me. You know, everybody I talked to about my weight, especially my parents, because they gaslit me into thinking that my weight's okay, you know, because your parents aren't going to tell you that you're overweight. They're going to think that something's wrong with you for thinking you're overweight. Especially in like the desi culture, bro. If you're overweight, you're healthy. If you're not eating enough, there's something wrong with you. If you're not stuffing your face with like 100 samosas, you know. So he told me, bro, just focus on your diet, because he's also Bengali too, right? And he told me you gotta stop eating rice 3 times a day, eating paratas and rotis every morning, because he said that shit's not good for your diet and it shows in your physique. And you know, I did take it to heart, and it did hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it did hurt hearing that. But I have a lot of respect for him too, because nobody else would say that shit when it really mattered. I don't even think I'd be on self improvement if he hadn't even said that. You know, I would have eventually discovered it, but I don't think I would have made those little baby steps to get started on it. And so I asked him, okay, so what am I supposed to do? And he told me, first off, go start working out. Working out felt so foreign to me, bro. I don't understand. I don't know if anybody can relate, but I couldn't do push-ups. I was weak as shit. I couldn't do like more than 5 push-ups in a row, bro. I'd do like 3 and I'd be gassed out. I couldn't do anymore. I've never done a pull-up in my life until recently. And so I was like, bro, how am I supposed to work out? And I asked him for some tips, and he told me, okay, just start with like the machines at the gym. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I took his advice. I started going to the gym. I started taking cold showers because I saw him doing that. And I started reading. And the first book I ever read was Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. And I still have it. I still have the book too. It's somewhere over there on my bookshelf. You know, it felt so foreign at first reading about not letting the outside world influence your emotions, but it did help. To this day, I probably wouldn't have read if he didn't recommend me reading books. And it was nice because, you know, I wasn't making a huge amount of progress, you know, because I was just starting out at base level. So it was like every step I took was like a massive increase from the first one just because of how new everything was. But as I grew in my journey to become better, he grew with me. And I'm really grateful for that too, to have somebody who can develop themselves with me, because I know a lot of people who start off on self-improvement, they have nobody, bro. They have nobody else who's going through that journey with them. It feels so lonely, man, having to improve yourself and you have nobody to relate to. You can't go tell somebody like, bro, I just read for an hour today and I took my first cold shower. People are gonna look at you crazy. And so to have somebody else who understands what I'm going through, to understand the effort I'm putting in to better myself, it really meant a lot to me. And for it to be the same person who knows all the struggles I've dealt with in my life, who's been there through me, my highs and lows, the person I broke bread with, the person who I stopped smoking weed with, I stopped like jacking off and shit. stopped doing all these bad habits with him, bro. Like he was there for me from the start of my journey. You know, along the way we did a bunch of dumb shit too. Like we both started questioning religion and shit. You know, we both got onto like new age spirituality, some bullshit, bro, thinking that wearing crystals around your neck is gonna help and protect you from the devil. Like a lot. You know, we were young and dumb. It is what it is. I can't really like I look back and just reminisce about that shit because it was part of the journey, bro. So I can't really take it for granted. So that started 4 years ago. About 4 years ago, 2019 was when I really started getting into self improvement. 2023, I no longer talk to this dude. Nobody really prepares you for it because I've cut people off and I've been cut off by people who aren't on my same wavelength, who isn't trying to take themselves seriously, who thinks that going to school and getting a job is the only way to succeed in life. You know, I've cut those people off and I've been cut off by those people. So I understand how it feels to really lose connections to people. But nobody was really preparing me to lose my connection with somebody who actually developed themselves along with me, you know? And you know, it's pure speculation about why. Cause he just stopped talking to me like that, bro. Like I don't know what's happened. He blocked me on Instagram and shit. He just stopped texting me and shit. It is what it is, man. But like you can't really take it to heart. So anyway, we don't talk. I'm still grinding on self improvement, while he sort of just stayed stagnant. He's reverted back on so many old habits, and I feel like because of that, he feels a sense of insecurity talking to me, because like I could sense it too. You know, every time I talk to him about something, you know, about a new business idea or like money and shit, or like how like the economy is working, he would kind of just, you know, you could tell if you're talking to somebody and they're not really like fully interested in what you're saying. You could pretty much pick up on it. And yeah, just like my text got longer, his got shorter is pretty much it. Eventually he blocked me on Instagram, which, you know, it is what it is. But it was tough, man, because especially being the one person who could really relate to you, you no longer have this person to talk to, the one who's went on your journey with you. And it really sucks, bro, especially when like you and another person started your journey together, only for you to keep climbing up and for them to stay like stagnated. The only thing you could really do is move on. You know, like even if like the most you can have like the most supportive person, you can have like the most supportive people around you in your life, but as soon as they just stop fucking with you, like you got to move on and find somebody else who's actually going to support you and build with you. You know, I have so much history with this person, and you know, you don't really want to throw it away just like that, but that's like the most logical answer to it. I still consider him my brother. I still got a lot of love and respect for him, and I do wish him well. I want him to succeed in life. He has so much potential that's like he's limiting. I don't know why he just wants to be where he is in his life and he doesn't want to level up. But I just want to see him succeed, honestly. That's all I really care about. It's painful, bro. And sometimes I've honestly thought about reverting back to my old self just so I could keep them around. But that's the worst thing you can do. And that's the biggest thing I took away from this. It's like, yeah, you can have friends who really don't give a fuck about your self-improvement. Those, you can try to help them. If they don't want your help, okay, fuck them. But then there's also people who actually appreciate your help, appreciate your support, and also want to build with you, but then they cut you off too, and you're just like, what the fuck? You just wasted so much time and energy with this person. You get like 100 different things of what you want to do, whether or not you just want to forget about them completely, whether you want to compromise and start like adopting their habits to be more similar to them. Even if you have history with them, even if they do support you, you have to be willing to cut people off if it doesn't fit your own personal growth. It's a lonely road, but you have to think about what's the best for you rather than what's best for everybody, because you can't really take care of others unless you're taking care of yourself. Even if that means like losing somebody who's close to you. You can't be there to fill up other people's cups if your own cup's not full. If you have like a cup of water and it's only filled up halfway, you only have like this much to give to people. You can't really give to people unless your cup is like filled to the top. Then you could probably like leverage, you know, a little bit of your energy to other people. But unless that's happening, bro, you just got to move on. That's honestly the best thing you could do for yourself and the best thing you could do for others. If y'all like this video, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. My name's Aman, and I'm gonna see y'all later.